up for you. As we said, buckle your seatbelts, folks. You're in for a treat.
Yes, most definitely, Sharon. Thank you for that. But before we start, just a little bit about us. We want to introduce who we are, so you get to know us a little bit better while you're listening to us for the next 30 minutes. I have been with LifeWave for almost 3 years now. In addition, I have an embroidery business that I run for over 15 years. But I am so blessed that I was introduced to LifeWave 3 years ago, because it had changed my life, not just health wise, but also financially. I am a single mom with two amazing boys. Their name is Tyler, who is 20, and Matthew, who will be 17. They play golf competitively, and of course, they constantly battle with back pain. So we went through quite a bit of Tylenol and Aleve. That didn't sit well with me, knowing all the side effect, and they were young. This can be a long-term use, and I didn't like that at all. But I didn't have any option until I was introduced to LifeWave. And I am so excited that you are here with us today to learn about what this product can do for you and your loved one, as it has done for mine.
Jane, I have been a LifeWave independent distributor for 4 years. I also own my own construction business for over 35 years. As you know, the nature of the construction industry is very competitive and stressful. All the stress I endure on a daily basis led to my many severe health challenges. Just to name a few: liver infection, kidney problems, where the doctors had recommended me to start dialysis. Within a short period of time using the LifeWave technology, my doctors saw an unbelievable improvement of 15% increase in kidney function. My own doctor that did recommend me for dialysis had also saw my results and said it's very unheard of. And at that point, what we did was we went ahead, and I was able not to attend dialysis. But from that day on, Jane, my passion for this dynamic technology made me want to go out and share it with the world. I have made it my mission to help to educate people with this new way of thinking for better their health and wellness.
Yes, thank you, Sharon. We're so lucky to have you with us. But enough about us. Let's get started, shall we?
Let's get started, Jane.
So, go ahead, Char. Let's introduce them what we're going to get going today.
The future is now. I was so excited when you approached me to co-host this presentation with you. I always love to share that dynamic impact LifeWave has had on my life, both personally and professionally. The technology is so extraordinary. Believe it or not, it's years ahead of time. And it does involve nanocrystals and phototherapy, which is known to us as a light therapy. The future of medicine is here now. As with this breakthrough in advanced health technology, we are able to amplify our own body to heal itself from inside out.
That's right, Shar. But before we continue on, just a quick disclaimer. We are not in the medical field, nor we are claiming to cure nor treat any diseases. So if you have any question, if you have any question during the presentation, go ahead and type in the chat room. One of our lovely team members, Nikki, will be able to answer them. If not, then we'll get to you later on. Shar, do you think we have piqued enough interest about LifeWave and this amazing modern technology?
Oh, yes, Jane, we have piqued a lot of interest. And I would like to thank you very much for the disclaimer. That is very important.
Yes. And so today we would like to provide you with a brief introduction of our company, the genius behind the regenerative advanced health technology. with stem cells and how our patch work with that. And lastly, how do you get started?
Yes, Jane, sharing this technology with family, friends, and even someone dear to your heart can provide them with a quality of life without the need of chemicals or drugs.
Yes, so about LifeWave. LifeWave is a health and wellness company with technology like no other. You know, our mission is to improve the health, wellness, beauty, and longevity of everyone without using drugs, pill, or injection. As our CEO have said, we are the only phototherapy product in the world that uses the human body as its own power source. You know, our patented wearable patch has no side effect, and it is safe to use and effective. It's easy to use, and I put it somewhere. Sorry. If you know how to peel off a Band-Aid sticker, you know how to just to peel it off and put it on. It's that simple. And the result is astounding. So stick around. We'll be sharing you with some of the powerful testimonial later on. And who is the brain that created all this advanced health technology? You know, he is a genius, and we respect this man wholeheartedly. Char, would you mind go ahead and introduce him to our friends?
I would be delighted to introduce to everyone the gentleman, the genius, who is responsible for inventing this regenerative advanced health technology. His name is David Schmidt, CEO, founder, and inventor of LifeWave. He is an amazing inventor. As my mentor once said, he is the modern day Einstein. He only invents survival equipment and what helps the world and mankind. About 20 years ago, in the year 2000, David was appointed by the Department of Defense to be part of the think tank program for the US Navy SEALs. His mission was to design a system with a natural source of energy for our military without using any drugs or stimulants. Realistically speaking, Jane, do you even think this is possible?
Not until I was found LifeWave.
Well, the story of David and the Department of Defense played a huge role in my decision to use the technology with the severe health challenge I was dealing with. My decision was based on men and women who protect my life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week are using the technology. Then it was good for me. David has been researching regenerative medicine for over 20 years. Regenerative medicine is amplifying the ability of the stem cells to work more efficiently. Well, David has invented this in the form of a patch, which is non-invasive and safe to use. Our focus here today will be on stem cells and using our X39 patch.
Yes, thank you, Char, for that introduction. And like I said, he's a genius. And that is how LifeWave was born. We are a California-based company with our corporate here in sunny San Diego. We are a fast-growing company in $1 trillion industry globally with warehouses in over 10 countries, messaging in over 8 different languages. Our products are being distributed in over 100 countries worldwide. And we are looking for more people to help us grow by sharing this amazing one-of-a-kind health advanced technology. So keep that in mind also, please. And how do this patch technology work? Let me ask you a simple question. You recall seeing the spy movie and war movie where they use the night vision camera that detect the body movement? And all you can see is the red, green, blue color moving around, just like these little figures. Guess what? That's real, folks. Our body emits heat in the form of infrared light. You know, our patch decides to trap this light when placed on our body, in turn stimulate the skin, sending wavelength to region of the brain, and then which tap in our own body healings, a natural flow of energy, and the ability to heal itself. And don't forget, there is no chemical, no drugs entering the body at all. Up to date, we have 10 different patches developed, but as Char have said, we'll be focusing on our X39 stem cell patch today.
Wow. Thank you, Jane, for that amazing description of how the technology works.
So, but you know what, Char, we are science-based company, and the unique of this product is amazing. So why don't you go ahead and share with us how unique it is?
Yes, LifeWave products are exclusively protected by multiple patents and backed by 80 research and clinical studies. David is known to have an enormous team of medical and scientific experts, along with independent researchers and universities that work alongside with him globally. This is the only technology in the world that activates your own stem cells.
Yes, most definitely. And again, as I said earlier, we're a science-based company. We have all those researchers and data for everybody to read in our website. But to me, the most important part is it works.
That's right, Jane. Let's talk about how the X39 patch activates your own stem cells. The X39 patch is a light therapy product. It stimulates your own skin with light. It elevates a natural occurring peptide called GHKCU. When GHKCU binds with copper, it forms a compound called copper peptide. And Jane, I love this part. This is where the magic begins. The copper peptide resets thousands of genes within our own body to a younger and healthier state. The copper peptide activates the stem cells in our own bodies, and we begin to experience remarkable youth restoring effects. As I mentioned earlier, David has many medical experts that work alongside of him. But I was fascinated to know that Dr. Lauren Picard discovered that your old liver cells, when exposed to GHKCU, started to function like younger, healthier cells. So Jane,
Yes.
why don't we get started sharing the many benefits of the X39 stem cell patch?
I'd be more than delighted. So here we go. So here's some of the benefit that we have. So why don't we go ahead and start with the rapid pain relief. Our user have reported pain reduction within minutes. No, Char, I know we missed this a lot, but we used to be able to go out and do a live demo and put a patch on somebody that couldn't move their neck. And then I just love watching their reaction when they realize they suddenly can move their neck around. I love that.
Yes, Jane. When pain is reduced within seconds to minutes, their facial expression becomes priceless. The question is, do you know anyone that has never experienced any pain in their lifetime?
No, not even my teenagers experience that all the time. So especially when they play golf. So Char, how about not only that, you realize that pain med addiction is one of the biggest problem among Americans. That's pretty scary,
Yes, it is.
Well, that's not the only, pain relief is not the only benefit that X39 can do. How about reduce inflammation? People using the X39 will experience immediate effect through elevation of antioxidant and decrease in inflammation. Let's talk about support wound healing. Some of our most dramatic testimonial on the X39 have been in the area of wound healing. As we age, our stem cell become less effective and hence a longer time to heal the wound. And now with X39, we are activating our own body stem cells, which provide the body the ability to heal itself. I will be sharing with you some of amazing photo later on. But how about increased energy and vitality? You know, who doesn't want to have energy like when we were young, right? I certainly do. I don't know if any our guests can relate with me. You know, I used to have what they call 3 o'clock crash. And that come around, I know it's 3 o'clock. I pooped out, but not anymore. Not with since I had started using X39. And to have better mental clarity, no more brain fog and forgetfulness. You know, we have clinical data to support this, the improved brain function. You know, again, running my own business, taking care of family, I am everywhere. So mental clarity and staying focused is important for me. You know, I'm sure Char can relate and have a few things to share with us.
You know, Jane, my dad at the age of 95, diagnosed with stage 7 Alzheimer's, which is all about brain fog and mental clarity. He forgot how to eat with a fork. So I would feed him daily. But after using the X39 on him, he asked me one day while I was feeding him, "Why are you feeding me?" And I said, "Daddy, I do it every day." He replied to me, "Put the fork down." So I did. And believe it or not, he picked up the fork and began feeding himself. It was the most amazing, priceless sensation of gratitude that ran through my body.
I certainly agree. You know, anytime we can help our parents or family to gain their quality of life back like that, I mean, to me, that is the best gift that anyone can give. You know, but you know what? The benefits, a little thing like enhanced sport performance, isn't a bad gift either. Like I said, I have 2 boys who play golf competitively, and they have noticed the difference on their stamina and energy right away when they start using X39. This is huge for me. You know, being a mom, I don't ever want them to rely on any stimulant, any caffeine, or energy drinks at all. I mean, we all know that those are bad for you. But how about, you know, after physical performance, wouldn't you want a faster recovery? You know, we have a little story. We have one of our team business partner who was 63 years old that ran in the LA Marathon for, I think, 4 or 5 years, you know. And he said that since X39, he didn't have to take extra day off to recover from the marathon at all. I mean, that was amazing.
You know, if I remember correctly, that's our business partner, Vin Chim.
Yes, and I'm sure he's sad that he won't be able to do that this year, but he'll get right back on it next year.
Oh, yeah.
And lastly, improve skin appearance. You know, this one I won't say much because I'll go right into the testimonial. But I want to add something about recent clinical study on our X39 that have shown the improvement in your heart health, respiratory system, quality of sleep, and resetting thousands of genes. You know, all these are published on our website for everybody to read. So if you are curious about that, we can talk to the person inviting you here and direct you to the right place. So let's get started with our testimonial. This is one of our favorite young lady. She was 93 years old here. Her daughter started to patch her for some health challenges, but the beauty benefit of just 2 months, look at that, of patching was so incredible that her daughter had to share this with us.
Yes, Jane. David was so taken with this testimony that he shared it with all of us at our LifeWave conference.
Yes, I remember the sound in that room. It's like, oh, wow. You know, that was amazing. This next testimonial share with us from our Facebook community group. You know, this is a picture of a lady, as you can see on the left, who was involved in a car accident. I mean, look at those incisions. Looks like a Mrs. Frankenstein. And the pain, I can't even imagine. But pay attention to the result after 63 days of using X39, which is the picture to your right. You can barely see the scar. And on top of that, she reported that she didn't have to take any pain meds at all. That was incredible. And here is another testimonial from our community. And that's 4 days after thyroid surgery and 1 day after removing the stitches. And look at the second picture next to it. That's 20 days of using X39 during the day and carnosine at night. Look at, you can barely see the scar. And you know, I love this particular one, especially you can relate on a summer day hot like this. I do not want to have to wear anything to cover my neck or have to cover that scar up at all. So this hit my heart just right here. Amazing. And the next one, I'm sure a few of you may know somebody that faced this challenge. And if you know that, you know that it can be pretty painful, right? So you see the first pictures, you can see the visibility of the vein and the swollen angle. So just 12 hours overnight of using X39, you can barely see the vein and the swelling has gone down. Okay, Chad, would you like to tell our friends what happened to this young man?
Oh, Jane, this is my husband. You know, looking at this picture takes me back to the day it happened. As I mentioned to you earlier, owning your own business and the stress you deal with on a daily basis, this is one of them. Hubby was on a job site where he slipped on a piece of tubing and bracing himself for the fall, a carpenter's pencil in his left hand went right through his lip. And I received a phone call and him asking me if I was available to take him to ER. I said, yes, I'm home. Go ahead and come home. And then click, nothing else was explained. When he arrived at home, he had a piece of black electrical tape across his face holding the Band-Aid, blood just running down onto a towel. When he removed the tape, there was this deep gash above his lip. So I immediately replaced the Band-Aid and placed an X39 on top of it. And off we went to the ER room. When we got there, the doctors were like so amazed that this bleeding had stopped and they were able to move forward with the stitching. So what had happened, yes, he got 8 stitches and look at him 8 days later, his stitches were removed. I did use the X39 patch during the day and our classic carnosine patch at night.
I know, Shar. I mean, now I can smile and laugh a little bit about it when I hear the story, but we remember the day when you call us. And look at that happy face.
Yeah.
So this is my family. That's my mom and my 2 sons, Tyler and Matthew. You can see here the first picture was dated in 2017. She was looking really frail. You know, however, her health challenge didn't start then. It started a couple years before that. She was diagnosed with Parkinson, rheumatoid arthritis, and dementia. But in the beginning of 2017, she had, actually in 2017, she had a pretty rough year. And in the beginning, we almost lost her due to pneumonia. You know, and then she came home, everything was fine. And just like maybe a month in, she stood up, fell, broke her shoulder and leg. They go another round back in the hospital. Came back, and this time we have more problem. You know, she was in constant pain. She couldn't sleep. She was constantly agitated. I mean, you know, wouldn't you be in her state of mind like that? So at that time, I started to use the patch on Tyler already for his back pain due to golf. So I thought to myself, you know what? Let's try this on mom. So with the help of my friend, she came over and we started to patch mom, you know, and I remember it really well. After about 15 minutes, I can see her face starting to relax, you know, and then about 30 minutes in, she needed to go to the restroom. We went and assisted her up. She didn't scream. She didn't scream like when she used to when we went and touched her. So that moment was priceless. It was something
Oh,
else. But then there's something that I also didn't realize months later after continuing to use the patches on her. Her tremor didn't get worse. You know, when she raised her hand, it didn't shake as much at all. Then another breakthrough came during the convention in January, when David shared with us the scientific data on the brain function, of how it helps improve the cognitive and brain function, right? And then I'm sitting there, it dawned on me that, you know what? Her cognitive also had improved. Oh my God, I just cry. I just like, that was truly remarkable to be able to give that back to mom, and she can communicate with us. I mean, look at her face in the 2019. Doesn't she look pretty and then all vibrant?
oh
That's
yes, Jane. That is truly remarkable.
so. Shar, what else do we have in store for our friend? That's X39 is not the only thing we have, right?
You are correct, Jane. We have a lot of more benefits. Let's talk about the energy enhancer. Increases stamina and strength, boosts energy and endurance. Then we have Ice Wave. Helps to reduce body pain within seconds to minutes. Silent Night enhances the quality of sleep. SP6 balances and controls appetite, an amazing patch to have during this time of COVID-19 lockdown. It has reduced my cravings.
And may I add that also help with hot flashes? I mean, I use it a couple of times myself.
Aeon goes to reduce stress and decreases inflammation. Glutathione is a very, very important patch. It helps to support your immune system. If we do not protect our immune system and faced with health challenges, our bodies will not be able to fight back. Carnosine increases stamina, strength, and flexibility. It repairs damaged muscles.
Yes, and guess what? It's also take away Charlie horse in just minutes. And my dad uses that a few times. Trust me, it works so fast.
Well, last but not least, our X39, which we are sharing with you here today.
So what's next?
Jane, what's next? Do you ever hear that saying, time waits for no one? Let's say, are you ready to activate your own stem cells with light? So please get back to the person who referred you to this webinar and ask them for a 30-day risk-free trial. Jane, when anybody is considering the use of our products, they have to answer 3 questions. Is it safe? As for LifeWave, absolutely. Our patch is non-transdermal, meaning it even works on top of your clothing. There is absolutely nothing entering your body. Does it work? Feel free to check out our website and review some of the amazing testimonies. And the last question, can you afford the product? It costs less than a cup of coffee a day.
Oh, most definitely, especially if you drink Starbucks. Um, that is right, Shar. But the amazing benefit of X39 was not the only thing that caught my interest, as I sort of mentioned earlier. You know, stem cell business is a really fast growing business. Regenerative medicine showed that the market size of $17 billion in revenue in 2016. And it's expected to be at $50 billion in 2025. That's just 5 years away. So how much of this $50 billion would you like to put in your pocket? You know, just let's not talk about billions, okay? You know, Shar, I was asked this question way back. What could I do with a potential extra $1,000 a month? That got me thinking. Well, at that time, I wanted to do a little home improvement project and take my parents back to Thailand with the boys. And also it would be nice to build up the retirement fund or emergency fund, just like right now. Being a single mom and caretaker to my parents, getting a part-time job after all day of running my business, that wasn't an option. I needed something that is flexible, something that I can do on my spare time, something that I can enjoy and build up on. So I gave my presenter another 5 minutes to share with me on how I can do this with LifeWave. Because I know it's not, without any changes, I would not be able to accomplish those goals. So what you're about to hear changed everything for me. Now, same question to you folks. Do you have that dollar amount in mind? And would that amount be worth your time to spend 10 to 15 hours a week at earning it? Now, if I can share with you how LifeWave can help you with that, will you listen to us with an open mind for the next 5 minutes of presentation? So why LifeWave? LifeWave has no inventory at all. You don't have to stockpile anything. Inventories can become your expenses, just like right now, my traditional business embroidery. Everything in that shop right now is costing me the money every single second because it's not producing anything in return. There is no employee, so you don't have to worry about the headache of training, retraining, or people calling in sick. Delivery. Corporate deliver that for us throughout the world. There's no collection, so you don't have to send invoices out to people and wait for 30 days or a few weeks to get paid, which I'm sure you can totally understand. And no competition. We are the only phototherapy technology this can deliver light therapy. No one, not like anybody else in the world. And we're global. So you can have business partner anywhere in the world. You can have customer anywhere in the world, in Taiwan, Singapore, Philippines, Australia, you name it, you can do that. Work from home as part-time, full-time, or spare time, like how I started. And free website, this is big. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars to start up the website or maintain it. You get it free, paid weekly. I love this. The corporates pay us weekly. So again, no collection or anything involved, and low to zero startup. There is no way you can start up your own business with this type of investment. Tax benefit and tax write-off. If you haven't thought about owning your own home-based business, this is one advantage that you want to look into. So talk to your accountant about that. But most importantly, you're not in business by yourself. Building to a billion together is who we are. So Shar, would you go ahead and give our friends briefly as to how we earn?
I would love to share the company comp plan. Jane, the company is very, very generous. LifeWave has 5 different ways to make you money. I think of it as earn while you learn. We can start with retail sales. I call this referral fees. Whenever you refer someone to your website and they make a purchase, the company pays you up to 38% commission immediately. We also have product introduction bonus. You decide to do the business, others want to join you, you make up to 31% commissions, which becomes immediate income. Our binary commission, residual income, this is a little more complex. I do know that LifeWave is one of the few MLM companies out there that operate with a binary system. It allows you to make up to 5% commissions of all your business volume you accumulate for that week. Then you have the binary matching bonus. When you build a team, you will make commissions off of your generations. 25% from your first generation, 20% your second generation, and 20% from your third generation. Believe it or not, that is an additional 65% in commissions you can make weekly. Last but not least, you have what they call advanced ranking bonus. Let's just say the harder you build, the more you earn.
Yes, Shar, thank you for that.
You know, Jane, I love this slide that says procrastination. Well, don't let procrastination be the thief of your dreams. On behalf of Jane and I today, we would like to say thank you for joining us today. Please go back to the person that invited you to this webinar and talk about how you can get started with LifeWave. This is an opportunity you do not want to miss.
Yes, thank you. But if you found us through social media or any other means, please take our phone number and our website down, as we would love to answer any question that you may have. So Shar phone number is 323-243-2533. And again, I'm Jane Schaefer at 310-892-0899. And that concludes our presentation webinar for today. So thank you, folks. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, and evening. And we'll see you then. Looking forward to speaking with you.
Thank you, Jane.